What's up YouTube, it's SJoins15 here with the first build video of NBA 2K21 Next Gen. We're going to be starting off with a big man build. Now I'll start off by saying, you don't actually see many of these in Next Gen, I'll be honest with you, see a lot of power forwards. Now power forwards could be classed as big men, but this is sort of a more dominant, athletic, big man build, I'd like to say. A lot of power forwards, people make them for the badges and things. But this build will just literally get you points in the paint, defend the paint. No one will be scoring in your paint with this build, is what I'm trying to say. Now, unfortunately, there is one disclaimer with this build, and that is cannot shoot. If you want to make a dominant, athletic big man with the build system this year, you've got to sacrifice something. If you want all those finishing and defensive badges, you're going to be sacrificing shooting, which in my opinion is fine. Yeah, pretty much so far next gen, I've been playing occasional threes, but I've been running up twos with my boy Barker Beast. I'll show you my win percentage real quick, just bring that up. The 2K card. So here we have my park stats, 99 games played, obviously nearly played 100, nearly got 1,000 points, so averaging just about 9.5 points a game, 608 rebounds, 219 assists. You can read the stats for yourself, 67% from the field, so we're shooting quite well. I know there are only layups and things, but on a big man it's all about baiting your opponent out and creating that opening for the shot inside. I wouldn't make myself a power forward and be shooting them threes and be giving up possessions really quickly when I can be getting inside and getting reliable 2 points. If the game may take longer, it might be a bit boring, but it gets you the points, it gets you the wins in the end. Also, being a big man, you obviously don't see many big men guarding you either, so you'll get double teamed in the paint, which gives you a chance to kick it out to your shooter, get him open, and obviously he'll be knocking down those threes. So it gives you a wide range of opportunities on big man this year, in my opinion, to score. You can be setting screens for your guard, you can be getting him open with an off ball, whatever, if you're playing threes. I really rate being a big man. I know it can't shoot, but with a 63% win percentage, you can't go much wrong there, to be honest. We're dropping people off, we're playing superstars, The strat I'd go with on a big man like this is, more often than not, you'll get people that aren't going to green every single shot, so they will miss one eventually. You could try and bait them out, which is what I do sometimes, you'll see in the upcoming clips. However, if you leave them open and then you and your guard, your twos partner or whatever can go to work inside or whatever, getting them points on the board. So yeah, that's enough of me waffling. Now I'll just show you how to make the build, and we'll show you a few clips as well. So, position, I'm going with centre. Obviously, power forward, I understand, it gets you a lot more badges this year. It's kind of messed up, I don't know why they've done that. However, centre is just far more dominant in my opinion than a power forward, especially in next gen. I know power forwards, you see some of the dunks, they get absolutely crazy, but centres, you can just literally clamp power forwards, because obviously a lot of people are making shooting power forwards this year, so if they even want to come into your paint, you're just sending that right back, I'll be honest with you. Now obviously having whichever handed you want, whichever jersey number, etc. Now for your height, I go with 6'10", in my opinion that is the best, or 6'11", but I go with 6'10", that is the best height for a centre in my opinion. I just feel 6'9" is a little too short, very athletic, but just can't quite defend that paint as well as someone who's a little bit taller can. Obviously you can go 7'3", just make it ridiculous, however, look at that speed, 54, that is absolutely horrendous. So in order to get best of both worlds, bit of dominance, athleticism, go 6'10" in the height. Now for the weight, I go with a 247 pounds. It's pretty similar to the weights around, however, obviously the speed does go up by 1, as opposed to 248 pounds. And now for the wingspan, like I said before, it's not going to be able to shoot, so we're going to make it maxed out, get you all them rebounds, all them blocks, everything. Obviously body shape doesn't matter. Right, to kick us off on the finishing, you're going to want to put close shot up to 69, gone past it. Driving layup's going to go all the way up, so is dunk, so is standing dunk, and then your post control is going to want to be 54. That gets you 22 shooting badges. Obviously leave the shooting except free throw if you're going to play some my career. I put it at 48. I'll be honest with you, you can up it a little bit if you want. You've got to really green it for it to go in. There's like a 40% chance it goes in if you don't green it. So, but if you're playing park, then obviously just don't bother with that. It's completely up to you. Now, for pass accuracy, that's going to want to go up to a 79. For the playmaking, you're going to get 9 playmaking badges. Ball handle, that's going to be 48. And speed with ball is going to be 55. A bit further up, see that gets you the 9 playmaking. And as if you can't go up any further, get you 10. You might as well stick with the 9. Now, defense rebounding. This is the best part. This is where you get all your defensive badges for clamping up that paint. No one's going to be scoring in your paint with this build, I promise you that. If you play well on a big man, no one will be scoring in your paint. Perimeter defense, we're going to stick that on a 52. Because this year, obviously, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be guarding shooters, I'll be honest with you. On a big man, you're going to be guarding shooters, so you want that little bit of perimeter defense. If you do want to guard them on that perimeter, they might blow by you and go inside, but obviously you'll see in a bit you'll have this speed and acceleration to catch them up, and you'll see what I do with the badges. So that's going to be on a 52. Steal, we're going to have on a 38. You don't need a high steal this year to get, if you time it right on any build, any position, you can get big steals for your team or whoever you're playing with in the park. Now, obviously, block's going to go up to 87. We're not going to get it all out because it's quite expensive block, and we obviously want to be doing other things. Defensive rebound up to 95, obviously it puts the offensive up as well. And offensive is going to be 91. That gets you the 25 finishing badges, not finishing, defensive badges, as you can see. So we have 22 finishing, 0 shooting, 9 playmaking, and 25 defensive. So in total, if my maths is correct, this is a 56 badge build, which, you know, on a game like 2K20 would be pretty decent. Obviously, you can make a lot more badges on a build this year, but for me, this does the job. There's no point trying to spend the rest of it on shooting or whatever, because you're going to want to put that on physical, so we leave shooting completely. For the physicals, we're going to have it on speed, acceleration all the way up, strength on 92. Vertical's going to go all the way up, and the rest can go on stamina. You don't want loads of stamina, especially if you're going to play in the park, but 2K Labs have tested it out, and you automatically get, I can't remember the exact number, but I think it's at least 50 stamina. So obviously if you do your Gatorade and all that good stuff, you'll be pretty fit to play in the NBA or the park, or whatever you want to play, rec, pro-am. This is a very good pro-am build, in my opinion. No one will be scoring inside in pro-am, I can promise you that. Anyway, now for the takeovers. Completely up to you this. You can go glass cleaning, whatever, finishing. For my primary, I want to be catching bodies, etc. So I'm going with the finishing moves as my primary takeover, and I go for stuff blocks on my secondary. Like I said, if you come into my paint, that ball's not going in the hoop, I promise you. So, no prizes for guessing what the name of this is. Obviously, it's a beast itself, and it's in the paint. So there you are, built a paint beast, and I can assure you this build is a beast. You'll see from these highlights I'm about to put on. And yeah, I'll show you what badges you need to put on. Right, let's start with the finishing. Obviously, we start with Posterizer. Best finishing badge in the game by a country mile. Next, we're going Slithery. Obviously, need overall 96 to get that Hall of Fame. So we're going to go with Silver Heat Seeker. It's up to you. If you want to get takeover quickly, put it on Hall of Fame. But for me, in the park, 2 or 3 layups, Silver Heat Seeker gets me slashing take. So next, we'll go for Rise Up. Obviously, it's basically the same as Putback Boss. I don't really see much of a difference. It's just Putback Boss. It only kicks in when you get the offensive rebound. Whereas Rise Up is just easy to get standing dunks, to be honest with you. So next we go back down Punisher. Obviously, it depends on how you want to play. If the slashing technique doesn't really work against the build who's marking you, who's guarding you, go back down Punisher, back them down into the paint, one fake, or whatever you want to do, post hook, whatever, and bang, you're inside. Next, it's up to you this, we can go Fearless Finisher Hall of Fame or Acrobat Hall of Fame. Not Hall of Fame, sorry, Gold, it doesn't get up to Hall of Fame. It's up to you if you want to throw something else in terms of layups, like a reverse layup, try and catch your man off guard. Up to you, or if you just want to attack your man at full pace, I'd get at that on Gold. So yeah, unless, you know, you want to really attack your man in the paint and finish through contact, I'd stick that on Gold, which leaves you with Silver, Lob City Finisher, where you can catch lobs left, right, centre. You don't need that Hall of Fame. Still catch lobs, contact at lobs if you buy those. So we're going to save those finishing badges. We'll go for playmaking. Get Dimer on Gold. I'll stick it on Hall of Fame when you get to 97 overall. Obviously increases your teammates' chance of making a basket. Very good in the park. Bailout, you want that on Bronze, just in case you go for that layup you don't want to take. Quick first step, helps get that acceleration up and that pace when you're attacking the paint. You know, last thing I want when I'm stood in the paint is a 6'10" big man charging at me with his quick first step. Now with his last two upgrades, we're going to stick them on, well, it's really up to you really. You can have them on Unpluckable, you can have them on Break Starter. Personally, I'd have them on Bullet Passer for this year in the park. You know how much they get stolen, these passes, so you want to be zipping the ball around quickly. And also it might just make that little difference in getting your guard open for that shot. This Bullet Passer might be the difference between wide open and 20% contested. Do you know what I'm saying? Finally, for the 25 defensive rebounding, obviously you want to be getting boards left, right and centre, so I stick Worm on Silver, Box on Silver. These help you with the rebounds. Rebound Chaser, Hall of Fame obviously. Rim Protector, Hall of Fame. Brick Wall, I'll be setting screens for my guard, getting them open, and I can roll to the paint and they can throw me lobs. Up to them. So I put Brick Wall on Hall of Fame. Now, I would leave Defensive Leader out completely because it does not bring up the percentages in Next Gen. I don't know why 2K decided to take that out, but it was up to them. Intimidator, that goes on Gold for me. Now you've got 6 left, it's up to you. You've got your pace, so you could go chase down artists, protect that rim more. Like I said before, no one's scoring in your paint. Now, these last two are completely up to you. Personally, I wouldn't go Pogo Stick because you don't really get that many big men that are going to be trying to fake you out in the post and whatnot. You're just going to be throwing yourself at people trying to dunk on you, really. That's how I defend. It's very rare I get baited out with a pump fake or whatever. But so I'd probably go Heart Crusher, someone trying to dunk on you, and they're just that one dunk off takeover, because takeover lasts forever, especially in the park. And if you apply the double takeover, I'd go with that Heart Crusher badge, stop them from getting takeover. That could ultimately be the difference between you winning or losing the game. So there we have it. Those are the badges that I put on. I'll show you some highlights of what this build can do. So here we have the first of the clips. I received the ball off the inbound, just going to back my man down. It was a glass cleaning lockdown, this guy, with the back down Punisher, and we're just going to slam it in his face. Easy as that. Now I believe this clip's against the same guys. We get a big defensive play, big blocks, Barker with the hustle, diving on it, give it to me, I go inside, get the double team, kick it out, and of course it's big greens from Barker. Now in this clip I've got both takeovers. I'm going to charge in on my guy, and obviously it's absolute curtains for him. You don't defend that, walk over him disrespectfully. Here we've got another big contact dunk. I literally force him to give me a piggyback as I hang on the rim on that one. Another big highlight play is I try to screen Barker's guy, I roll and get the big fat contact alley-oop. It's just so unguardable, honestly. Here you can see I received the ball off the inbound, and you don't want to stand there because that happens. Puts flat on his back, I lean over him, another disrespectful move. You can't be standing there when you're guarding a build like mine. Here comes him again. Big defensive play. Out to Barker, and he makes the shot. 20% covered as well. Big steal here in my career. Just proving with that 38 steal, you can still get the ball off your opponents if you time it well. I'm calling for that screen, and my guy's throwing big lobs to his teammates. He's got that playmaking, he's got them 9 badges, he can pick them out. And this was my first triple-double in my career. Here we have another clip. Fake out my guy. You don't want to be stood there. He's put dead on the floor. Big contact dunk. We're back in the park now though. I'll give you a guess what's about to happen. Another contact dunk. Not on the floor, but he's still dropping the hammer over him. You know, a lot of these little power forwards or whatever, look, they just can't guard it. There's another one, just bang straight on the floor. 2 contact dunks, back-to-back possessions, no takeover. It's absolutely insane. Here we are just to cap it off. Big poster on the deck to win the game on the 4-game streak. Look at him getting up there. Absolutely humiliated. Big bodies left, right and centre. So guys, that's just showing a little bit of what this build can do. You get the gist of it. Big bodies, no one scoring your paint. You get the gist. Where is my skateboard? I'll put it back down. My skateboard's gone invisible. Oh no, it's not. There we go. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you make this build and how you get on with it. And drop a comment, I'll make some more build videos for you guys.